Welcome back to the Getting Started with Genetic Genealogy series. In our previous episodes, we covered foundational DNA concepts such as centimorgans, chromosomes, SNPs, autosomal DNA, Y-DNA, and mitochondrial DNA. Today, we're taking the next step by exploring 5 bonus terms that frequently appear in DNA testing reports and advanced genetic genealogy discussions. Understanding these concepts will help you better interpret your DNA results and use DNA testing tools more effectively. Many people stop at viewing their match list. However, DNA testing companies provide much more information than simply identifying relatives. These bonus terms help explain where your ancestors came from, how populations migrated over time, and how researchers compare DNA segments between individuals. The more familiar you become with these concepts, the more useful your DNA results become. A haplotype is essentially a collection of DNA markers that tend to travel together through inheritance. In Y-DNA testing, men inherit much of their Y chromosome from their father with relatively few changes. Similarly, mitochondrial DNA is inherited through the maternal line. Researchers compare haplotypes to determine how closely individuals may be related and whether they share a common ancestor. If a haplotype is like a family surname, a haplogroup is like an entire clan or branch of humanity. Haplogroups formed thousands of years ago when specific mutations occurred and were passed down through generations. They allow researchers to trace ancient population movements across continents and identify broad ancestral origins. It's important to remember that haplogroups usually describe ancestry far older than the time period traditional genealogy can document. These two terms are often confused because they sound similar. A haplotype focuses on a more recent pattern of inherited markers and is useful for comparing individuals. A haplogroup represents a much older branch of humanity and connects many people who share an ancient ancestor. Understanding this distinction helps prevent misinterpretation of DNA results. One of the most powerful tools available to genetic genealogists is the Chromosome Browser. Instead of simply showing that 2 people share DNA, a Chromosome Browser reveals exactly where those shared segments occur. This information allows researchers to compare multiple matches and determine whether those segments may have come from the same ancestor. Chromosome browsers are frequently used in advanced DNA analysis and brickwall research. Human populations have migrated and intermarried throughout history. As a result, most people inherit DNA from multiple ancestral populations. DNA testing companies use admixture models to estimate the percentages of ancestry associated with different regions of the world. These estimates are useful clues but should not be treated as exact measurements. This is one of the most misunderstood aspects of DNA testing. Many people assume their ethnicity estimate provides definitive proof of ancestry. In reality, admixture analysis compares your DNA to reference populations and generates probabilities. While these results can be informative, they should always be combined with traditional genealogical research and historical documentation. When you take a DNA test, the company generates a large file containing your genetic information. This file is known as your raw DNA data. Most users never see this file, but it is extremely valuable because it allows you to upload your results to additional platforms and use tools not offered by your testing company. For genetic genealogists, raw DNA data often opens the door to more advanced analysis. Many researchers maximize the value of a DNA test by uploading their raw data to other compatible databases. This can increase the number of DNA matches available and provide access to specialized tools. It's one of the most cost-effective ways to expand your genetic genealogy research. Always review privacy settings and terms of service before uploading your DNA data to third-party platforms. Today we explored 5 important bonus terms that frequently appear in genetic genealogy. While these concepts may seem more advanced at first, they become increasingly useful as your DNA research skills grow. The more familiar you become with haplotypes, haplogroups, chromosome browsers, admixture, and raw DNA data, the better equipped you'll be to interpret DNA results and solve genealogical mysteries.